Welcome to the Minimalist Educator Podcast, where the focus is on a less is more approach to education. Join your hosts, Christine Arnold and Tammy Musiowski, authors of The Minimalist Teacher and Your School Leadership Edit, a minimalist approach to rethinking your school ecosystem, each week as they explore practical ways to simplify your work, sharpen your focus, and amplify what matters most so you can teach and lead with greater clarity, purpose, and joy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Minimalist Educator Podcast. This episode is our preview for Season 6. Can you believe it, Tammy? Season 6 already.
I really can't. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to this season and sharing it with our listeners.
Absolutely. The big highlight of this season is we reach our 100th episode, don't we?
Yeah, that is really exciting. It comes out in March. And so we have a couple of special things coming out for the 99th episode as well as the 100th. So I don't know. Do we want to tell people what that looks like, or are we just going to keep it a secret?
I don't know. That's a good question. That is a good question. Maybe we should leave it a little surprise. Surprise treat for people. But stay tuned anyway for episodes 99 and 100. Should be very special for people to listen in with. But our very first episode with a guest is going to feature our good friend Nicole.
Yes. I think that kicking off the season with the conversation we had with her will feel, I wouldn't say refreshing, but also like confirming maybe, because we talk about just kind of like a January reset where we're all coming back from a break, and kids are different when they come back from this break. They've grown, so it's a good time to see how kids have grown, what they remember, and it's a good time for teachers to take note of that and to realize that the kids that came in the fall are not the same people that are coming to you in January. And usually that's in a positive way.
Absolutely. And it's a really good time to, I know, not everybody loves a New Year's goal or a New Year's resolution, but I think it is a moment of reflection and to think about how you want to go on. So, welcoming the kiddos back in and learning from the first part of the year that you've had together, and then how do we want to finish the year? It's a really nice moment to do that.
Yeah, that was a good conversation. Some great points came out of that one.
Absolutely.
For sure. We also talked with one of our former colleagues, Sharon Skrtic, who is she's like a bundle of joy. She's such a lovely woman and is doing such good work in the role that she's in, supporting schools with high quality frameworks and getting them, focused on student learning and the impact that their teaching has. And so it was really nice to chat with her and just see her again, we kind of see her in her role as an IB facilitator online, but it was nice to actually just chat with her and catch up a bit and listen to the work that she's been doing.
Yeah, and just such a knowledgeable, articulate speaker when it comes to all things education, right? Like it's just, it's lovely to chat with her for sure.
Yeah.
We also had a nice conversation with Pete Hall about a few things, but with a focus on his new book, Reaching and Teaching Kids Who Don't Fit in the Box.
Yeah, Pete has done a lot of writing about things that you and I talk about a lot, like reflection and, what are the kids really getting out of our teaching and all of the important things. But I really value his kind of out of the box thinking when it comes to connecting with students and ensuring that everyone is getting what they need in classrooms. And so I like the out of the box thinking. I think we both do, where we're just, what's something different that we need to try or do to make sure that we're reaching everyone. And just thinking through some innovative ways to reach people, whether they're our students and even our teachers too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't think we can continue to exist in a world that has changed so much just in our lifetime, but also feel like school needs to stay exactly the same. It doesn't really make sense. As the world is changing, so do our educational institutions, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's bizarre how we've really held on to things that don't work.
Yeah, I
And we
know.
know they don't work. We know they don't work, so why are we still doing them? I have no idea.
Yeah.
But, it's just bizarre. But yeah, it was really good to see him again and just talk about what he's been up to. We have another couple of authors. Actually, we have a few authors on the season list. We also talked to Whitney Aragaki and Kirsten Milks
Mm-hmm.
about their book, which came out in the fall, and that's about place-based teaching and science. So that was a fun conversation. We are going to be talking to Jessica Holloway and Carrie Bishop about their book on teacher retention, Making Teaching Irresistible. And we have Casey Watt, who is in line with our thinking about clarity and purpose and system. So I'm excited to talk to her this season. We've got a returning author, Allie Rodman, that we'll chat with as well. And we've got a new genre popping in. Your friend Pete Turner, who is a writer, but he doesn't write education books.
No, he does not, but he does work in higher education. So there's going to be lots of different things we can learn from him. But yes, he works in film, specifically the horror genre. So that will be a great conversation for people to tune into, how that's connected to minimalism and education, and what we can learn from his research in that world, for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That'll be super interesting.
Yeah, we've had some great conversations as well. I loved our chat about using humor in our schools. That was a good one. That's going to be early on in the season.
Yeah.
And I think it's just such a good little reminder, or introduction maybe even, but little reminder about how we don't need to take ourselves too seriously all the time, and that actually using humor is quite powerful. So I hope people enjoy that conversation. And I'm also really excited for people to listen to a later episode in the or maybe in about the middle of the season, about unpopular opinions in education.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun one for people to join in with as well.
I think so too. Yeah, and we'll have a few friends on with us for that episode. So we'll be hearing from different pockets of whatever people's niche is. And yeah, I'm excited for that one to see what people bring to that episode. I'm going to have to dig through and think about my opinions and pick out what I'm going to present as well. But yeah, that'll be a good one.
Yes. How unpopular do our opinions get?
Right.
Oh dear.
Yeah. We do have, this is our January through June season is usually pretty long. So we have a lot of episodes coming out and some new faces. It's also nice to have a couple of guests coming back to talk with us like we did last season too. We started having some guests that have come back. So it's always nice to have a refreshed conversation with those folks who we talked to, like maybe in season 1 or 2, and hear from them where they're at. Like Allie Rodman, we talked to her. She was one of our very first guests in season 1. And we're going to talk to her later, or her recording will come out later this season, but it'll be good to hear just, a couple years have gone past and what is coming up for her in terms of like changing systems and productivity and things that have changed in that amount of time, because we know that 2 years in like, especially technology is just like kind of mind-blowing to think of just some of the shifts that have changed and things that I've ditched personally and have been like, oh, this is better, or this actually consolidates what I do and that kind of thing. So it'll be fun to talk to her because she's always up on all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. But as we said earlier, that 100th episode will be coming up in this season. And of course, we're going to finish the season with our highlights, our compilation of pair down pointers, which continues to prove to be some of our most popular episodes of the podcast. So we will make sure that we have that ready to go for you all come June.
Yes, that sounds great. It's going to be a good season. And well, yeah, I mean, we're not even halfway recorded yet, which is fine, but the list of guests is long and our conversations list is long. So, we just...
But exciting. Long, but exciting.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Well, Christine, I'm excited to kick off the season with our first video as well for people to view. And we have a few more coming out this season with different guests. So people can still listen to the audio in all the same places, but also view the video on YouTube.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We hope you enjoy season 6. This episode is sponsored by Plan Z Education Services, supporting educators with forward-thinking professional learning that puts both student impact and teacher wellness at the centre. Driven by a vision to teach less, impact more, they help educators find purpose, prioritise what matters, and simplify their practice. Learn more at planzeducation.com.
Thank you for listening to the Minimalist Educator Podcast. Join Christine and Tammy and guests again next time for more conversations about how to simplify and clarify the responsibilities and tasks in your role. If today's episode helped you rethink, reimagine, reduce, or realign something in your practice, share it in a comment or with a colleague. For resources and updates, visit planzeducation.com and subscribe to receive weekly emails. Until next time, keep it simple and stay intentional.